I'm sure we've covered the grounds, don't we?
Doctrine of public.
Watch now.
Governors met and reviewed comprehensively the state of security across our states and within the Federation. And some of the issues that were reviewed include, but not limited to, the farmer-herder conflicts, banditry and kidnapping, militancy and sea piracy, cultism, youth protests, and insurgency. And the following recommendations firmly came out of our meeting. Governors are irrevocably committed to the protection of lives and property in our states. And we are full of sympathy with those who have lost lives and property. The Governors Forum have gone ahead also to provide some financial support to victims of the conflict experienced in Oyo and Ogun State, where our delegations visited over the last week. Nigerian governors also are very clear that crime and criminality should be comprehensively prosecuted wherever they may occur, without ethnic, religious, or any other coloration. Governors are totally opposed to ethnic profiling of crimes. Knowing what has transpired in other parts of the world, whether we're talking of the way Jews were profiled in Germany leading to the World War, or we're talking of the way Tutsis were profiled leading to the genocide experienced in Rwanda, we do not believe that crimes are associated with particular ethnic groups. And to that extent, we unreservedly condemn any attempt to profile any ethnic group on account of particular crimes. Governors are also totally opposed to the proliferation of fake news and the abuse of social media. Many of us have seen those fake videos that have almost led to reprisals in other parts of the country. And we want to implore both our mainstream media organizations as well as individuals to apply restraint in the way and manner issues relating to security of lives and property is reported. Our meeting also reviewed the challenge of resources for our military institutions. We welcome the appointment of new service chiefs, and we're fully supportive of the work that they've promised to do. We hope a new security architecture will emerge from this new leadership. On our part, we are prepared to support the dedication of portions of the excess crude account and the Natural Resource Development Fund or the Economic Stabilization Fund to providing the necessary equipment for the military and other security institutions to address immediately the impunity associated with all of the crimes and criminality that we have highlighted in this briefing. In this wise, we have also expressed an interest in strengthening our judicial systems so that they can accelerate access to justice for victims of crime and criminality in the country. Governors also reviewed the need to strengthen the National Livestock Transformation Plan because it is the view of all the governors in Nigeria that the traditional approach to grazing is no longer sustainable. And the modern approaches to grazing, livestock management, need to be put in place. And governors feel strongly that the strengthening of the National Livestock Transformation Plan will be a good place to start this comprehensive revisiting of the livestock management arrangements. Governors also highlighted in the course of our meeting the importance of reviewing our forestry management and environmental laws, because we feel very strongly that our forests have become the den of these criminals and bandits simply because they have not been properly managed across the board. And to this end, it is the considered view of governors that the forestry management arrangements need to be immediately reviewed in collaboration with the federal authorities so that these problems that we have encountered can be immediately addressed. Finally, governors are concerned about our border management because many of these crimes have also been associated with porous borders of the country. We have received a whole number of reports from our colleagues here today about some of the problems in their own states linked to the porosity of our borders and the importance of strengthening the provisions of the ECOWAS Transhumance Protocol in order to address the unbridled movement of cattle from across the borders. We also believe that the porosity of our borders is responsible for the proliferation of light weapons as well, and small arms. We've always had disagreements amongst farmers and herders, but the virulence and the violence that we've witnessed recently is as a result of the proliferation of weapons, because many of the people involved in these are found to be carrying around AK-47 and other lethal weapons, which have been a problem in the various states. Governors have also been concerned about achieving synergy between mainstream security institutions and state security institutions or local security arrangements that have emanated in response to these challenges that we have found ourselves in. Because some of these institutions, vigilante groups, civilian JTF, Amotekun, need to be synergized so that they would not take laws into their hands without taking into account the fundamental human rights of those who may be innocent of crimes in their jurisdiction. Finally, we want to appreciate Mr. President for responding to the call by all Nigerians for a change in service chiefs. And as I said, we'll wholeheartedly support the change and are ready as governors to work with the security chiefs with a view to hopefully seeing the emergence of a new security architecture that will provide safety and security for all citizens of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
The ground has been well covered.
I'm sure we've covered the ground, don't you?
Doctrine of public.
Oh, you want my name? Okay.
Well done, Chairman. Well done.
Thank you, sir.